Township, Pennsylvania, for today's matchup between the Kitchener Junior Rangers and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Cine TV. A bright and early game on what's going to be a busy weekend here on Cine TV as we kick it off with the first of what will be 6 games today on Cine TV, another 3, maybe 4 games tomorrow on Cine TV. It's the 2010s and the Kitchener Rangers, and we're joined in the oven, coming in hot, talent on set by Colby Armstrong.
All right, a little AC/DC in the morning for you, coming right at you.
WNBC. Now, we thought about tossing you between the glass, Colby. Something you have experience with now.
I should be down
but we
there.
were worried about the microphone cord.
The cords are an issue. Flexibility is an issue. Overall athleticism an issue. And, I found out the hard way, Jeremy. Found out the hard way. I'm not what I used to be, and I was told so by Corey Perry of the Tampa Bay Lightning. For people that didn't see that, I did.
I was told so by my wife. So maybe Corey Perry's a better one to have to tell you. You're not quite what you used to be.
Your wife may be in better shape than Corey Perry, so maybe it means more coming from her. I don't know, but
I'm
nonetheless.
in shape. Round is a shape. So here we are, ready to rock and roll. The starting lineup for your Penguins in net number 29 is Preston Clutter. Your defense, 77, Jake Starr. And number 90, Tino Villela. Up front, the right wing, number 11, Jack Reel. The left wing, number 18.
Let's go.
Shuby.
Shuby's first game, right?
First game back after a broken collarbone. And at center, number 10, Luca Filiaggi. It'll roll off the stick of Villela to be gathered by Starr. Starr's pass off the stick of Filiaggi right out in front for a shot from the Rangers, who pick up the rebound and put it behind the Penguin goalie. An early turnover comes off the stick of Filiaggi right in front of the net for a chance from the Rangers, and they get that rebound chance, Colby.
A little misexecution, and it's simple. It's got to go D to D. It's got to get out of the pressure and into open ice and up the other side. Just a little patience and breakout instead of turning it up into the action. I mean, it was an okay, just missed execution on it, but nonetheless, you've got to do that.
It looks like we have a potential line switch up here. We've got Paris with Carter and Armstrong for the Penguins. So, it'll be Evans, Wu, and Hartman. The next group, switching Paris and Wu, the two Penguins center, or Wu's not here.
I don't see Wu on the bench, do you?
So Penguins are short. We thought we were going to finally get our lines back.
Maybe they thought it was a road game again, just because we play on the road so much. They're in
Wu
Cleveland.
Is in Cleveland.
Oh, what a goal. Oh, just missed. Great opportunity there.
As the Penguins will dump it into the Ranger zone. They're trailing by a goal here early on. A rebound put in behind as it'll be Kaminsky. Heavy off the boards looking for Filiaggi. Followed up by Evans on an offside play.
If Austin Wu's in Cleveland, just send us a message. We'll come and get you. I got some echoing in my headset. I don't know how to fix that. We got a lot of control systems here, folks.
Just our twist and dials. Nick loves that.
There's something here.
Loves when we do that.
That's not it. That's not it. Okay, try something else. This is me.
The Rangers with another play in front of the Penguins net. That's cleared. It'll be brought out the center by Evans. Evans with trying a little sauce that's knocked out of the air by the Ranger defenseman.
Maybe Shuby flip. Maybe should have done a Shuby flip.
Maybe a Shuby flip would have been in order. as it'll be rimmed around for Hartman. He's attacked from the point. It'll be Filiaggi gathering it in. Up to the point. Now Filiaggi back with it. He and Evans will potentially have a 2-on-1 as he wedges it over. Cameron Evans back to Filiaggi, who goes backhand with a shot off the chest protector of the goalie. So Evans and Filiaggi play catch at the Ranger blue line for the Penguins scoring chance.
It's a good play. Filiaggi one hand pokes it to Cameron to gain possession, and Cam with a good hard pass. It looked like it might have got picked off, but it didn't have enough juice on it, but he put enough mustard behind it to get over to Filiaggi. Had to make a quick play in front. Nice save right there too, reactionary save.
Yeah, kind of ended up on Filiaggi's backhand instead of his forehand, but he was still able to kind of pull it. Didn't quite go to the forehand, but changed the shooting angle with the backhand and got a real good scoring chance. Better stop by Kitchener's goaltender as it sent cross ice off the stick of Rio, gathered in by the Rangers and up the wall. Left wing side pressured by Paris. He'll reverse, but right into some trouble as McLean comes down. For the Rangers, drop to the point for Luchka, but out through center comes Starr. An onside play at the line. He's got Shuby driving the net. 5 cents as Shuby would have ended up in the net, but it was Starr instead.
It was everyone else. Shuby has learned his lesson since the collarbone incident, maybe. It's just, usually he would be in the net there.
Which is one of my favorite plays for the Shub.
Which is one of my favorite attributes of Shuby, is he brings a lot of mustard to this team. A lot of spice, a lot of pepper in the pot.
Delay here on, I'm not getting much of a stream here. So it looks like our stream might be a bit, shall we say, all jacked up. So we're doing the best to bring you, as I know we have people joining from all over the land. Our good friends up in the great north, as Kitchener shared the stream here. We're having some streaming issues as the Rangers gain the Penguins' end.
Our Wi-Fi here isn't used to pulling the packets of data that we are, because we haven't been doing it in a while. So, I mean, Cleveland, we have that place dialed.
By the way, he brought his own Wi-Fi, so I don't think that's
do we have our own Wi-Fi?
We actually, we believe there's a mortgage out on a truck. So
Nick Paris, otherwise known as the Nerd, has done it all.
As it'll be Kaminsky on the forecheck pressure. Now that pressure able to force it to the turnover to the stick of Filiaggi. It comes off his stick back out to center as the Pens will regroup there. It's David Merlot up the wing to Armstrong. Armstrong mishandles it a bit, but able to wedge it all the way into the corner to be pressured by Carter. Armstrong following on down the boards to the corner where the Rangers will take it back and head up through center. Defended well by Kaminsky. Back to the stick of Filiaggi, but an offside play. A battle of the crisscross jerseys here.
That would have been, yeah, it is, yeah. That would have been an onside play, but of course the whistle blows. There's no tag up offside. It was a great job by Filiaggi not to touch the puck. Carter did not get out of the zone in time.
The Rangers wearing their whites with the diagonal Ranger across the chest. The red pants, white socks with blue and red stripes and red buckets. The Penguins are in the gin and juice, the black jerseys. That one-timer just missed out front as the Penguins put it back into the Rangers zone. Those gin and juice jersey uniforms have the black pants with gold stripes, the black socks with gold and white stripes, and of course the iconic gold Pens Elite helmets.
Well, penalty to Armstrong here. He came in heavy on the forecheck.
Palms to the air. He's looking in his phone right now, and he's going to call Saul as he attempts to discuss the penalty with the official. The official explains.
He's got a bad last name, this official. I'm not sure I trust him.
Yeah, the fine wine official as well.
His last name Merlot, of course, Chris Merlot, our cameraman. No relation. No relation. He's not claiming him.
As the Pens will head to a penalty kill. And we're going to get right back now. It'll be 4-on-4 hockey. As hooking up, Tino Valella was a Ranger forward, and the Penguins will be 4-on-4 now. Rangers making a quick change to their lineup. Going from their power play unit to a 4-on-4 unit. We're going to see Evans and Hartman up front for the Penguins. Should be some speed and grit with the two of them as it's played back to Villela. He drew the earlier penalty. He'll go across to Starr. Starr down low to Hartman. Hartman works it in front for a shot off the blocker. Pop to the corner by Villela off of Hartman to the corner. It'll be Evans tracking it down. Evans driving deeper into the corner where he's turned back the other direction. Hartman falling to the ice. Back come the Rangers. The Rangers in an onside play as they gain the zone. Weaving a nice weave there to take a 2-on-2 and make it a 2-on-1, and a potential player right at the side of the cage is defended by the goaltender, and back comes Evans. Evans cutting inside of Hartman, has it knocked off of his stick. He'll get there and whack it in behind to the corner as the Penguins look to change. Hartman with a bump along the wall as it's sent cross ice to the Rangers. The Rangers will gain center red, dumping it off the paddle of Clutter, picked up by Starr, gathered in by Villela. He goes off the boards for Shub, and it'll careen all the way in, off the goaltender, no icing.
So explain this to me. How does this work, and maybe other people? We're playing the Kitchener Junior Rangers. Of course, they're from Ontario. How do we, what is this, how do they make this up on myhockeyrankings.com?
Oh, so the only thing that matters in youth sports, myhockeyrankings.com.
Yes, of course.
The U.S. and Canadian teams can enter scores. Everybody's still tracks on the same, point tally. The rankings.
Of course, they would be that stupid not to let that happen to make My Hockey Rankings the ultimate.
So the point total is the ultimate determining factor. So while the rankings are separated between the U.S. and Canada, the points are figured out the same way. So these two teams
don't they
very
do
close.
Strength of competitor or competition?
Strength of schedule's in there, but the schedule's mixed. It could basically be one ranking. They just don't put it all as one.
They still haven't tricked me at this My Hockey Rankings. I'm on to them. Something's up. I don't know what it is.
The Rangers toss it in on an offside play. We are at 5-on-5 hockey here.
Maybe we could get them to sponsor us. Hey, My Hockey Rankings should sponsor Cine Swirl.
I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. Remember, you can always message us here in the booth. We will. I know we have a bunch out there. We're trying to get the stream up and going. Are we streaming at all?
Oh,
I think we are.
I heard it's frozen.
Shot from Rio back to Ofterhide over to Julius. He'll wind and fire one. Deflects in front off of Shub to the area behind the net. There's Parrish getting to it. He'll control behind the cage. Back around off of Reel. Gathered in by the Rangers. Reel will dump a player. No call. Getting away with one there as it'll be off the stick of Reel. Wedged back up and out through center. It'll be Julius in his own end. He's got Reel all the way up ice. Doing a great job to control that puck as he's knocked down along the boards, but keeps it all the way to the corner. The Rangers will play takeaway there, but the breakout broken up by Carter in front for Reel. His shot off of a stick, gathered in by the Rangers. Good back pressure by Filiaggi. Will end up with the puck on the stick of Reel. He'll head back to Kaminsky, heavy off the boards, looking for Carter. Wedged back into the Penguin zone to be picked up by Kaminsky. Rimmed around to Merlot. He'll go up the wall looking for Carter, kept at the point by the Rangers as they pressure the Penguins in their end. Great job by Filiaggi, deep in his own end, gets it to Brody Carter. He has it knocked away, but the Penguins will gather it. It's Merlot. Faking one way, going back the other for Carter. He'll chip it around one, pulled on the backhand by Filiaggi up the ice, across center red and into the Ranger zone. Filiaggi deep for Armstrong. Armstrong was looking in front. It'll ultimately come back to the point to Kaminsky. He'll fire one wide of the cage. Battled for along the boards by Armstrong. Wedged up the wall, kept by Merlot. Merlot trying to go deep for Evans. That's picked off. Up the wall, it bounces, and the Rangers come out to center. Popping it past Merlot. It'll be Kaminsky gathering it in the Penguins zone. He's under immediate pressure. Merlot there to support. He'll go, looks like he's trying to go cross ice. Armstrong will come back to get it, but it's taken away by a Ranger at the blue line. It'll come to Armstrong. His breakout pass picked off a second time as the Rangers fire one off of a stick and into the netting. Got the squish tender getting ready. He's got a big
Hey, who
game.
let him in the booth? Who let this kid in the booth? Get him out of the booth. Security, security. We got a little guy in here. He's running around.
You want to say hi to the world, Squish?
Hi. There he is.
The
He's getting ready as his dad's giving him the old stretch out up here. He's got to be flexible, active, precise. Hands like a cat burglar, Jeremy. As he'll be playing right after this game, am I wrong?
Yep.
Or?
We're going to go right live with another Cine TV feed immediately following this one, as the 2011s will take on the Southern Tier Admirals.
And where are they from? Southern Tier, that's a good beer.
Yeah, they're from the St. Catharines area of Ontario.
Perfect.
Undefeated, I believe, according to those almighty My Hockey rank, is 11-0-1 for Southern Tier. As Big Jake Starr drives in, shooting one that's off the goalie and swiped away as it sat in the crease for a moment. That's the play that the Rangers were able to tap in. They got somebody in behind to tap that puck in. This time it's cleared by Kitchener. Up to Ofterheide, back low for Filiaggi. He's in front, swiping at it. Hartman, Schub fresh on the ice. Hartman and Schub kind of go together. Hartman falls down. Battled for, it'll be Filiaggi coming away with it. Knocked in front, cleared to the point, kept in by Starr. Starr will rim it around behind to Filiaggi. Off Filiaggi's boot, gathered in by the Rangers. Here's Schub, down low. Filiaggi working it out in front. Looking, he's got Ofterheide coming in. He'll fire and find the back of the cage. A fancy dish by Luca Filiaggi. He's able to find Rylan Ofterheide. And oh, baby sausage and gravy, the Pens have tied it at 1.
Just really good instincts by both players who connected there. Filiaggi winning a board battle. Jeremy taking it down. Patience to outweight the diving, outstretched Kitchener defender. Takes it to the other side of the net, and then awesome by Ofterheide to kind of, as you're a winger in your defensive zone, you really got to have your head on a swivel, and those weak side D can kind of sneak in behind you, and Ofterheide does that, and Filiaggi found him. Tape to tape, bang bang play to tie this game up. Great play. Good instincts by both players.
Banged along the boards was Ofterheide. It'll be won by Schub and sent up to center for a tap by Reel. Reel has it knocked away. A bouncing puck at centers, sent in on what would have potentially been an offside play. It's cleared by the Rangers, however, and they'll head back to the Penguins line. In onside, there's Merlot stepping up, tapping it to Reel with speed. He'll gain the zone one-on-one. Driving by that quick step. It's not even a first step, Colby. He could be mid-stride and have like 2 more gears left in him, as he was able to get around and get a high-end scoring chance. This time, Reel will feed it all the way across for the shot from Paris.
Big Butler defenseman came back to stop Reel on that almost drive to the net, and there he is down low again, winning a puck battle. Big 88, he's like Eric Lindros.
Back out the center to be gathered in by the fine wine. No relation to the official, as Kaminsky's battled at center and the Rangers come back in. So good, all-important shift after a goal. Saw some scoring chances from Reel. Now we've got Armstrong in a filthy saw.
regain the puck and then executing a chance at the net. And then on the other goal by Carter is just a nice breakout to speed, and then some hockey IQ, waiting for a player to catch up, and Carter, who sped up the ice and executing that pass. It wasn't his skates, wasn't bobbled or fumbled. It was executed clean, catches a pass, rips it. I think the only time they get in trouble, and if you look at it, you're going to run the tape back, is when they do it to themselves, just kind of bumbling, fumbling, pushing it into traffic when they could get it out. Some of those things in their own end where Kitchener's able to gain some chances down low in and around the net.
I think Kitchener.
We haven't played in 2 weeks, so this is a good first period.
That first period, I was impressed with the puck movement on both the goals. You know, opening up. We've seen another couple other plays where we've got high-end scoring chances. Yep. Almost all of them coming off of a good pass.
Good pass, yeah.
We've seen Jack Reel with that extra gear that he has. I thought he's looked good out there as well. And so, you know, I think the puck movement's been able to create some stuff for the Penguins. So I've been impressed with that thus far.
I really think it starts with the D for the Pens, too. Like, the D kind of can dictate the play. They can start it in their own end or in the neutral zone on regroups or breakouts. And I think that's pretty big. It looks like we're getting a tripping call here down in the corner. I don't know. I believe it was it Cam down in the corner, took on some battle.
Yeah, Cam got
And then he kind of tried to pull around a guy, and I think he got a errant foot into his skates, and they're going to call a trip here on Kitchener.
On 66, a bold move there, Cotton.
We're is coming in with the 66 into Pittsburgh. I mean, that is very bold here in the City of Champions, is Le Magnifique. And only Le Magnifique. Where's 66?
Penguins will head to the man advantage. It'll be Filiaggi, Evans, Reel, with Villela and Ofterheide, as Evans with another great dish. That just avoided the stick of Villela.
On that play, too, the timing here on the power play has to be just right, with Villela getting to that back door at the right moment. They timed it really well.
Up high to Filiaggi, to Ofterheide, back to Villela. They'll play catch. Here's Ofterheide at the point, firing one. Evans in front, and it'll be bouncing puck, finding Reel. I said he's having a good day. That time he finds the rebound as Evans crashed the net, gets taken down, frees up space for 11. Reel to pick it up and bang it in behind.
Yeah, good setup, good battle won just before that play was executed. We talked about it off of that backdoor sweeping play by Villela to attack down that backdoor flank, but I got to give Ofterheide some credit there. There was no one in front of the net, and he kind of walked to the middle, looked like he was going to pass, took another little light breeze into the middle a little more, waited for traffic to get to the net front, and then threw the puck through. And you're right, Evans was right in front with another defender from Kitchener and Reel too. He had to be strong on that shot. It was stick on puck on the defender's side, and he powered it right through him and up and over the goaltender here. Just smart play by Ofterheide to just wait that extra second to get some traffic there.
As Merlot picks it up in the Penguins end. So a power play goal, and I can tell you this, I don't go to a ton of the practice. I try to catch maybe 10 or 15 minutes instead of the whole hour every time. The Penguins have done a bit more work on the power play in the last 2 weeks, something I'm guessing they identified, seeing like, hey, look, we got a man advantage, and we might not be getting man advantage points. So, you know, right here, first power play for the Penguins, first full power play, is they had the 4-on-4 that resulted in about 20 seconds of power play. And they were able to work it, like you said, a couple puck battle wins, working it low, working it down the wing, working it in front. We had the feed from down low to Villela on the back door, the shot from Ofterheide for a rebound. So finding a couple ways to create scoring chance with the man up.
A little more confident movement and understanding, and I think that's what you get when you touch on a little in practice and clear up some ideas of how it's supposed to work.
Kitchener bangs it in behind the Penguins net. Battled for there, where Julius will take control. Julius heavy off the wall. There's Shub. It's banked past him. So good to see 18 back in black for the Penguins.
Yeah, I'm sure he's happy to be back. And
Shuby up ice, finding Hartman, who has it just knocked away, as the Rangers will gain the Penguins line, only to be turned back by the rubber man Merlot. It'll be Julius. looking for his partner. It's a bit behind, so he'll pick it up. Good job there by David to reposition the body so he could see up ice instead of kind of taking the puck and skating it into a corner with his back to everybody. Back to the point for a shot from Martin that skips wide of the Penguins net. Armstrong battling along the boards. Poked at by Paris and sent back up to Armstrong. He'll come streaking through center. He's knocked down as he dumps it deep.
Good job by Brody. Good wheels to get on it and body positioning.
Carter possesses. Able to pop it down the wall for Villela, back up to Carter. Carter down to Villela. Villela with a shot off the goaltender and bouncing puck cleared by the Rangers, but not out. It'll be kept by Carter at the point. All the way for Reel in behind. Rangers take control, and they'll bank it off the wall out the center. There's Villela to pick it up. Going to Starr. Starr back for Villela. He'll twist in his own end. Banking it up for Carter.
There they go.
He's got Reel, and Reel's got the zone. Reel winding in, feeding it across. Armstrong with a shot and a better save. Penguins to the rebound, though, for a shot from Reel that's blocked out front. Another good scoring chance as the Penguins have found some of their legs here. These two teams have met before this season. A 2-1 Penguins win as Reel weaves in. He's tripped on the play. We'll get the call. Arm raised high.
I heard a woman's voice call that penalty. One of the moms, maybe. Merlot. No relation, of course. No relation.
As the Penguins head to another power play. This time it's Filiaggi, Evans, and Paris.
Wouldn't that be something if there was relation?
They
Oh, what a play!
A one-timer by...
It just worked out perfectly where he attacked, and it kind of looked like it got off his toe of his stick a bit, but Evans was right there for the absolute bomb of a shot from the slot on this power play again, and Paris right on Johnny on the spot to pick up the rebound. It was just a nice power play execution, attacking off the wall. Everyone's in their spots. The shot is ready to go. Looks like Kitchener may be calling a timeout here.
And what a shot off the stick of Paris. An absolute bottle rocket.
You know what I love? I love that he took his time to gather that. Like, you know, that's something that you don't realize. Maybe have a little more time instead of getting it and just flopping one quickly towards the net. Get it, gather it, and rip it properly. And he does so as a Kitchener goaltender tried to scramble into position after making a big electric toe save off of the Evans bomb, but it's just that little extra second.
Shouldn't that be a saying, a proper ripper?
A proper ripper?
It should be.
Yeah,
I think we just created
It's a new saying.
It's a proper ripper.
Get it on the merch.
A proper ripper. By the way, the merch flying off the shelves right now. You can tell it's Christmas season. As CineTV.com, I'm hearing all of the Christmas lists having Cine TV apparel.
Are we getting a lot of letters sent in of wish lists?
I don't have
To old Nick Paris, jolly old Nick Paris?
I'm hearing that Santa Claus said it's the number two thing right now beside Yeezys.
Besides Yeezy.
Yeezy's number one right now on the lists.
Oh, what a great breakout there by Evans.
Trying to spring Paris.
Shielded the puck with the defender pinching down the wall on him, gave him the kind of the middle, baited him, turned the other way, and hit Paris up the middle. Those are things that they kind of worked on a little bit here the last few weeks as well. Those little breakout body positioning plays.
As Evans will gain the zone this time, rimming it all the way behind for Filiaggi. Looks like they're paired up as a wing duo as Paris and Reel, the centers at this point in time for the Penguins, as they play center roulette without Wu, and I don't think anybody knows where Austin is, so hopefully he is okay. As the Rangers gain the pen zone on a potential 2-on-1. Shot comes in, and Clutter there to say no. The gold-clad Clutter with a glove save.
He's flashed that leather a little bit this year already early. Staying square to that 2-on-1 shooter, and you want to take the shot, go ahead, he says. DJ Ofterhide absolutely electrifying this sold-out crowd here today.
It is a big crowd for the Penguins' first home games of the 2022 season.
Oh!
A big slash and then driven into the wall is Hartman.
I think he went in on his own there.
He has no regard for his own health in situations like that. We've already seen him go through a goaltender.
Yep.
This time trying to go through a wall.
Yep.
His parents have had to replace multiple boards throughout his career, and now he draws a penalty. And so the Rangers are going to put this dangerous Penguin power play back in action. A tripping call here.
Old Hartsey. This kid's name sums him up. Hence the heart in there, as he is all heart.
Flying
all the time
to take the penalty for the
Can
Rangers.
you imagine being Kitchener right now, lining up? You're on a penalty kill once again. They're 2 for 2 here are the Penguins, I believe. I could be wrong.
2 for 3 technically. The first one was short.
Was a 4-on-4 short one. Yep. And you've got to go up against the Shub dog and the Hart dog who gets tied up. Yeah, you know he's into it.
And we get right foot yellow behind the net as Hartman will even things up here. A holding call. They were playing Twister back there, buddy.
It was like a Greco-Roman wrestling match as they're looking to punch their tickets to the next Olympic Games if they ever let that sport back in there again. No, instead we've got speed wall climbing.
And tag. Professional tag.
Is that Olympic sport now?
No, but it should
it's
be.
Pretty close to being fully welcome.
On the Ocho.
Yeah.
We could cover that stuff on Cine TV. We
Yeah.
should make a Cine TV the Ocho.
We should.
We've already talked about Cine TV After Dark, which has been shut down. But we should get Cine TV the Ocho and cover some tag. Maybe a little Nerf gun battles.
Yeah.
As Jake Starr will pick the puck up. 4-on-4 action here. It's Shub and Reel up front with Julius and Starr on the back. Starzy will swipe it away. Gaining the area behind the net to find Reel. Reel carrying through center. Has it knocked away, gathered in by Kitchener, sent up to the line, but kept in by Starr. He's driven from behind into the boards. No call. Back come the Rangers. A dump and chase action here as they'll put it behind Clutter. It'll be picked up by Shub. He'll reverse back around to Starr, who's up and just dandy. As Julius will battle behind the cage. The puck freed up again for Starr. His pass up through the defensive zone. Off the stick of Reel, now off the stick of Shub. The Penguins will get a line change. Armstrong and Carter on for the boys in black. Hartman in the sin bin for another 20 seconds. 9 remaining on the Ranger penalty. Only 8 seconds of power play time that time for the Penguins. As we get an arm raised and another whistle.
I don't know what that was. Interference? Kaminsky will be going, and just a little board battle down there. I didn't see exactly what happened. They're coming in to talk about it. I think, are they reversing it?
So Kaminsky's heads off.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So the Pens with a 4-on-3 here, and then a brief 9-second 5-on-3 for the Rangers. So the Rangers with the turkey on the table, trying to make a bit of a comeback. Kaminsky off for an interference call in a battle.
So 5-on-3 now as Kitchener's player out, and here comes Hartman. 2-1, and he is out.
So the Penguins with a regular 5-on-4 penalty kill. Hartman hustles to the bench. The Penguins deploy Paris. Paris and Carter in front for a shot from the Rangers, finding the breadbasket at Clutter. There's a battle in front. Whistles blow, and we'll get a face-off in the Penguins' end. Clutter appeared less than happy with a stick that he got into the midsection.
He's like Jordan Binnington sometimes. He just snaps.
He's an emotional player, but it's what makes him what he is.
Yeah, you need that.
As the Penguins bank it heavy off the boards, chasing it down. Carter, you mentioned smooth skating, just winning a race. Gets hooked but able to pull it around, get a good shot. Good defensive back pressure there. I think they got a lot of stick on stick as it's tossed into the Penguin bench, trying to take out Coach Jeff Hannon. Penguins deploying all 4 coaches this weekend as well. As we've got head coach Jeff Hannon, he's flanked by assistants on the offensive doors. Jason Julius striking a pose back there, none other than Chris Merlot, and of course Kyle Verbeek. So deploying a full coaching deployment for the boys in black. We've got 6 minutes to play here in the second period. The Penguins lead 4-1 as Ofterheide will get to the puck and rim it along the dasher board out the center. Penguins still killing a penalty here for 25 more seconds. As the Rangers will bring it in, defended by Villela, shot to the glove side. All but like thrown back out by Clutter, gathered by Villela, up for Ofterheide off the stick of Armstrong, and it's back out the center to be pressured by Filiaggi. Back pressure from Armstrong here. Is you can tell the lines are getting a bit jumbled.
Here we
It'll
go.
Come to Filiaggi, a 2-on-1. He's got Armstrong and Kaminsky joining. He should have jumped in the play there. Here comes Filiaggi, a pass across, defended well. Rio comes crashing down, knocked down on the play, Armstrong. Rio weaving through center, or through the middle of the ice. As it's tapped back out, Armstrong there to gather it. He'll go across for Julius. Julius up off the stick of Rio, bouncing puck. Fresh on the ice was Evans. Couldn't get control, and the Rangers will dump it in on Clutter. He'll set it up for Starr. Oh. Starr looking for Julius. It's taken away. Penguins had all three forwards all the way up at center ice. It was Shuby, Reel, and Evans. I think they moved Shub to the right.
There goes
wing
Evans
side
wide
now.
here.
Reel hit him, pass a bit in the skate, but gathered in. Evans driving wide. Good move, almost Reel-esque there to kind of bait and then use the crossovers to create speed and space. He'll find Merlot at the point. Penguins doing a good job low to high. That's the second or third chance that came off the stick of a defenseman and ends up with a scoring chance in front. Starr with a shot that's fanned on a bit, and back come the Rangers.
Oh.
Two players tied up at center. Reel gets control. Can he get free? He'll take a bit of a stick. He keeps control. He'll fire it just wide. Evans to the rebound. He rims it all the way around behind for Reel. Reel to it for Shub.
Oh.
And Reel's headed off. Both players, I think, headed off. And Reel will get an extra shove. Oh, just Reel. Oh, no, both. It'll be Reel, and I sound like Bill Hillgrove. I was listening to him call the Steeler game the other day. He's like, and that's our Steeler touchdown. I was like, I didn't think the Steelers had the ball. They did not. It was a Tampa Bay first down.
So
but an absolute legend.
Who's Pitt playing today? Aren't they playing?
8 o'clock against the Louisville Cardinal in Louisville.
Here we go. What's the thinking on this one? Is this,
Louisville's a 2.5-point favorite according to
bad.
most of the betting sites. 50 plus, 56% of the money going to the Panthers in that one.
I see they're honoring Doran Dickerson, a buddy of mine, ex-Pitt Panther, All-American.
What a great guy.
A great guy. Actually worked for the Penguins for a while there. Big sports fan. Local Pittsburgh sports celebrity, and one of the great tight ends out of this area. Will be there as an official guest of honor for the Pitt Panthers, as I saw last night across social media. A little bit of chaos here. I don't know what's going on now.
They wanted to take the penalties off the clock. They were running the 2 penalties, but the coincidentals, you don't put them up. You just release the Hounds after the
whistle.
Yeah, after a whistle, after their penalties expire. So they'll do the math down there. Bobby Starr has his shoes off as he's trying to figure out what time they'll get released.
He also has a calculator.
And a drop puck, but the referee discussing things with the Penguins bench, so we'll get another attempt at it. As we are at 5-on-5 hockey, coincidental minors. I will say this, I'm guessing there's been a conversation 3 or 4 times now where Clutter's taken a shot, and I'm guessing he's about done with that. So keep an eye on that as well as the puck comes in. Wedge to the outside. Kaminsky will bury a Ranger in front, and that's kind of what I expected. The front of the net's going to turn into a bit of a war zone, I would imagine. Paris wedges it up the wall, kept at the point, shot off the stick of Kaminsky. Battled for behind. The Rangers get control. Shot off of Clutter. High stick to the air. No call. Shot comes in. Deflects around. Bouncing puck will be sent to the backside and swiped away by Paris. Wedged up the wall. Kept in at the point.
Oh.
Penguins scrambling a bit here. 14 is Sparre for the Rangers as he was able to fire it deep.
Mini Hawk making an appearance in the booth.
Hartman able to get it out the center. Penguins need to gain that line and get off as he takes a bit of a shot from behind. He'll wrestle somebody down as we again, right foot green here. Just inside the Kitchener line as this one gets a bit chippy. Fresh on the ice is...
And we got some fresh bodies now after Kitchener in their Penguin zone for some chaos. Got a full line change here now. We'll see if they can take advantage of some tired Rangers players.
As I think that's Carter with it. Down low, it'll come to Filiaggi. Filiaggi twisting around. Up top for Ofterheide. He'll go D to Villela. His shot comes screeching into the blocker side, put to the corner. There's Armstrong pressuring. Taken by the Rangers to the opposite side, and they'll reverse. Armstrong there on the forecheck. Wedged up the wall, kept at the line by Villela as the Penguins pressure. Nice dish by Armstrong to Ofterheide, who fires one in. He's got a goal and a helper off those shots so far in this one. As Filiaggi will pick things up at center. Weaving through, cutting through the middle. Filiaggi's in the zone, challenges a defender one-on-one, and has it knocked away to the corner. Villela picks it up there. Back to Filiaggi. In front for Carter. He'll twist and turn. Knocked past Filiaggi, gathered in by the Rangers, and it's icing if it's far enough, and it is. With 1:18 to play here in the second period. Penguins leading 4-1. Rio comes out of the box, as does Huber. Penguins will try to do something to get lines back. It looks like it was Filiaggi and Evans, but all these penalties, it looks like Paris back at center. He'll be with Rio, I'm guessing. That's who was centering before his penalty. Evans paired up with Schub now as Paris gets control. He dances in the corner. He'll go back to Evans. Evans takes a look before the puck gets there. Over for Starr. Starr's shot in. Freed puck. Loose in front. Covered up by the goaltender. It was just clear at the side of the cage, but the official losing sight of it. Paris will take the offensive zone faceoff. Evans getting in, able to get control, but it's knocked away as he couldn't quite get the shot through. Here will be Julius with it in his own end. Over for Starzy. Looking. Back to Julius. Good reversal. Julius's pass, though, picked off. The Rangers are in on an offside play. Worrell and Starr tied up in the Penguin zone, and offsides we go with under a minute to play. We are back live, and we are now officially 10 subscribers away. So if you hear this right now, click that subscribe button. If you don't know how to log into your YouTube account, it's your Google account. If you have a Google email, you have a YouTube account. Go ahead, log in, click the subscribe button.
Yep, click it. Or ticket. That's what they say.
On the highway with Colby Armstrong. As it freed up for Schub. Schub up for Evans in a 1-on-2 here. Evans will get it deep and look for a change as he is interfered with. And the Pens will head back to the power play. Evans down the boards, able to take the body.
Yep. That was a good call right there. You get the puck in behind, you want to use your legs, and Kitchener defender and their captain, Schust, says, I'm not letting this little speedster by me, and has to interfere, and will sit for a minute and a half just because of the good work there by Cam Evans and using his legs. 11 seconds left in the period. They can't execute off this faceoff, Jeremy, this power play carry into the third.
Puck pops free, out Heidem or low.
Oh,
His pass just picked It'll be sent all the way down. It's icing, and that's something the Canadian team's not used to.
Yeah.
Right? They're allowed to ice on the penalty kill. So this 2.2, I'm not saying it's going to matter, but that's one of those things. We talked to Trevor Edwards when the 11s were in Canada.
Yeah.
He was nice enough to join us on the broadcast in the third period of the one game, and he was talking about that. I was talking about the adjustments the American teams have to make. He's like, it's even harder when you go the other way. When you have the delayed offsides or the non-delayed, when you can't
weird.
ice on the PK. And there's an example of it. That's one maybe heavy off the boards, has the same effect.
Shuby flip.
Winds those 2 seconds off. They're much more used to being able to just fire that down the ice and end the period.
Yeah, which is the way it should be, but
I think
nonetheless.
rumor has it USA Hockey might be taking a look at some of those things.
That and the offsides probably, right?
They love the offsides, from what I hear.
Do they?
They love it because it makes you make a play as a player at the neutral zone.
Like, that's in theory, that's the thing. But how many times do we see, and we talked about this in Detroit, where it's just a schmozzle and it just kicks in and kicks out, and it's a beep, 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 beep. Like
what we had here, where the kid's an eighth of a step in.
Yeah,
and
it's just,
it
does, I think, the thought of it is good. I really like the thought of it. But I think we see it really slow down and butcher games where maybe they just say, hey, you know what? I like the thought of it. If it's a bang-bang and it doesn't mess the play up, a player still has to check up. It's like a hybrid. If they could find a little hybrid action in there with the officials to allow them to kind of make a judgment on a bang-bang in-and-out play where we're not getting whistle and another whistle. And it's just like...
I think anytime you institute gray areas for officials, you give yourself the chance at a really brutal situation.
A lot of gray area. I like that, though. I kind of like that. I know that's even at the NHL level. It's a conversation is, what are we doing with this? What's happening with this rule change? And it's like, can we just let the refs make their decisions and, like, have some human error in the game and make it fun and, like, these things happen? But if we're going to get it right, we got to get it right, and then we get reviews.
So the Penguins on a power play. Real with a backhander streaking down. Evans will get control and slow things down here. Trying to set up. The Penguins have done a good job with the man advantage thus far. Here's a shot from Kaminsky off of a stick picked up by Evans. He'll tap it in behind for Brody Carter. So the Penguins got Evans, Carter, and Real on the power play. Swiped away from them deep and kicked. And there was one that kicks all the way to Merlot. He tries to go D to D. That's picked off. Driving in with a backhand shot is Patrica. That's kicked away by Preston Clutter. Sweet buttery crumpets. What a save.
Oh, my word.
As Evans goes silky mitts down the wing and tries to roof one, but his luxury condo was already rented.
Literally, like, very Harry Houdini-esque. Now you see me, now you don't. See ya. Peace.
As Filiaggi gets it at center, he'll tap it to Shub. Shub up for Villela. Villela back to the middle. He was looking for Filiaggi. It'll be Huber for the Rangers. Ofterheide gets control and pops it into the corner. Martin picking it up there for Kitchener. Hit taken away by Ofterheide. Ofterheide having a game today. 1-1, I believe, on the stat sheet, but he's been impactful all over. As Shub digging at the side of the cage is put onto the wallet. Protected well, and it will be an offensive attacking zone draw for the Penguins.
Back to even strength here as that power play did come.
And we got some Colby Armstrong agreement. U12 hockey, not pro. Just let the kids be kids.
Oh, I wouldn't say I'm the smartest guy in the game, but I'm damn near close. Thank you. Thank you, Shepard.
Right now, I am next to the smartest guy, one of, in Hagen. As it's off the glove of Villela, picked up. Huber with a shot, kept out by the stick of Clutter. It's the Rangers behind the Penguins net. 13 minutes to play, third period action.
Here we go.
It comes to Shub. He tries for Armstrong. It's taken away, and back come the Rangers. Shot to the chest, gathered in by Clutter, donning a new lid, a new bucket for Preston Clutter. And the 11s, we saw them up here earlier. I think they've vacated the gym in their pregame warm-up. talk about an awesome thing. Like, we see all the teams warming up before games, and, the kids are outside, doing the stretch, doing this. The Penguins here at home, we don't get to do it much, but they've got access to a full training facility. They're riding the bikes before, and they've got stretching going on in there. We just saw the 11s doing it just a few moments ago, as they'll be taking the ice in about half an hour. A beautiful touch pass by Paris is defended well by the Rangers and kept in. To the corner to be battled with Starr. Starr will wedge it forward. Can pass, but legal in the D zone. It's Paris. He's got Hartman with him. Paris and Hartman. Julius joining. As Evans, it's knocked off of Paris' stick. Evans will get there on the forecheck pressure, but it's out to center come the Rangers. Back checking through is Paris to make it a 2-on-3. It'll be taken by Starr. Put over for Hartman. Hartman chopping at it, and Paul Bunyan's it all the way to the Ranger end for an icing.
Hartman could see big 88 here. Butler, the bigger players we've seen this year too, coming up on him. And he was like, I better just get a piece of this and try to get out of the way. Butler's been involved all over the ice for Kitchener as well, defensively, offensively, physically.
As Brody Carter tries to clear the zone, it's turned back by Martin, taken by Merlot over to Carter. Carter popping it up the wall. He was trying to get it up for Real, who was swooping at that blue line, trying to break free. He'll come back in the zone and run the breakout from the right side. His pass for Filiaggi's picked off, and there's the big Butler able to put it back to the Penguins line, and the Rangers gain the zone. McLean has it taken away. Great defensive play by Merlot, and he'll lead the rush this time. He's got Filiaggi and Carter, followed up by Real. Real in support there on the rush, able to get control, spinning one to the middle. It's knocked back to the corner where Carter's after it. It'll go up into the mesh protective netting here at the Lemieux Center, and we get a whistle and a stop in play.
I'm getting yelled at.
What'd you do this time?
I forgot to get a drink for my daughter at Starbucks, even though I didn't actually. Well, I went there early in the morning, and then she wanted one. I didn't go back. Later on, I had to run out, get passport pictures. Of course, I'm a brand new American citizen.
Yes. He is,
just over a week ago,
for the first time on Cine TV, the American version of Colby Armstrong.
Yep. Confidence is oozing. I had to go get passport pictures printed today. I've got to hit up Buffalo Monday morning as the Penguins play the Edmonton Oilers Monday night. So I've got to race down, get a passport process done, and then race back to be back in time to be in studio to work the Penguins game.
Penguins off to a hot start.
Yep.
3-0-1
Yep.
points in every game. That Montreal game, I'm sure they would want that third period back. But scoring 6 goals in each of their wins. 6 goals in each of their wins. I
think they're averaging 4 goals a game, which is a recipe to be winning most games, which they are early right now. And
as one comes off the post and off of Clutter and behind. So this game's certainly not over. A shot from the point catches the pipe, then goes off the pad of Clutter.
Very Jan Rutta-esque of a shot, just from the back end. It goes low to high as Jan Rutta scored his first for the Penguins the other night, and it was kind of the same similarities. I guess players crossing in front of Clutter. If I was between the benches, I'd have had a better view of that shot, but
I believe Nick
found
Parrish
its way
working
through
on that technology to get you between the benches.
Wouldn't that be something?
And then Jeff Hannon doing his best to make sure it never happens. As no coach wants it down there. No matter what. We've had to be between the benches before to do the streams up on perches. Stuff like that. I remember that first time where Coach Trevor comes around the corner, looks up, shakes his head, and just is like, oh boy, Evans is going to be right above me.
Yeah.
Certainly something no one wants.
Quit critiquing me, Jeremy. Quit.
I told him I brought a dry erase board so I could help him understand the game a little better.
Yeah. Well, the last thing they want is the world's smartest hockey guy like myself in there.
As the Penguins have a 2-on-1, it's Hartman and Paris playing catch at the blue line. Here's Paris with it along the wall.
Oh, great play.
Hitting Julius, rebounds in front. It's under a mass of humanity.
It's flipped in, no goal. Puck was loose.
It's underneath a Kitchener Ranger in the crease. It's in the net.
Yeah, got flipped over into the net just as the whistle blew. It was not totally covered, although it looked like it was.
Yeah,
I don't know who flipped it in the net,
blew.
unless Filiaggi threw it in with his hand, maybe.
So no goal on the play, and he wasn't under a Ranger. I thought he got up and the puck was there, but it was in the back of the cage. No goal nonetheless. It'll be Filiaggi in the corner. Battling is Paris. Paris and Filiaggi supporting each other, and the Penguins will come away with it.
Looked to be hooked there.
Knocked down on the play, getting back up where a shot in front is Paris. As it's back in behind, it'll be Kiesewetter for the Rangers, battled by Filiaggi. Paris follows on. It'll be Paris again. Good puck support, able to get it to Hartman. Hartman back behind for Filiaggi. Filiaggi, look at that head up, twisting, centering a feed off of Hartman. It'll come free to Paris and swiped out by the Rangers. Good pressure there by the Pens as we get to the 9-minute mark. Coming back after that Kitchener goal, the Penguins tilting the ice a bit here as Starr drives in and drives a player into the wall. He's going to sit. So getting one early in the third. Now the Rangers head to a minute and a half with a man advantage.
Starzy was on a mission, just getting up ice and trying to stay on that forecheck as he was kind of just kept trying to track a puck down in the offensive zone and re-attacking, and got body on body, and he's a big boy. He leaned on that defender for Kitchener, and they crashed down on the boards, and more often than not, you'll get that every time. You know, since becoming an American citizen, Jeremy, my social media has been absolutely blowing up. I got an offer sent to me and a message that they're going to be sending me a Freedom Funnel. It's an American eagle emblazoned in American flags and Americana, and it's like one of those beer chugger things.
Nice.
It's so cool, hey? A Freedom Funnel.
A Freedom Funnel.
We may have to bring that on the road in the...
Evans on the penalty kill, able to tie up a Ranger, freeing it up for Carter. So we're going to have Freedom Funnel. If we can get to 1,000, we can stream it live from the lobby.
Let's do it.
In Cleveland, because I'm pretty sure that's our next road trip.
Yeah, that's where we live.
As it'll come back to Merlot with a shorthanded missile towards the cage.
Get some of the moms in on the Freedom Funnels too, you know.
As it comes off of the stick of Warhol, Merlot battles, it wedges it back out the center. Rangers pick it up with the man advantage. 30 seconds left as they drive in. Kicked away by Clutter. Picked up by Reel. He'll swipe it all the way down. It's icing on the Penguins. So here the Penguins ice on the penalty kill as Reel sweeps it all the way to the other end.
Yeah. We know the rule though, right?
We do. He was aware that would
He was
be
just
icing.
like, I'm getting this thing out of here.
Yeah.
23 seconds on the Star penalty as his old man is set to open the gate for him here. 4-2, 7:51, 7:50 now in this game. Penguins looking to hang on, Jeremy, and close it down. A little crunch time action here.
The Rangers with the man advantage as it pops all the way to the corner. Brought back on by Reel up through center. Reel will get the red line this time, pop it way in behind. Butler for the Rangers will pick it up.
Star is out.
And the Rangers have a potential 4-on-2, and Filiaggi comes on the ice and just disrupts the play. As Huck for Kitchener will pop it in behind. Here's a cool fact. I played against Kitchener when I was a kid. So Cameron getting to play one of the teams I've played in my life when I was much younger.
Like a Kitchener youth hockey team, the
yeah,
Rangers?
the Rangers.
Yeah,
This
awesome.
Same program.
Where is Kitchener, Waterloo? It's just outside of Toronto by Hamilton on the way.
Yeah, I think it's on the other side of Hamilton from Toronto.
On the way kind of from Toronto to here, inside more.
Yeah, I think it's like maybe between there and like Windsor area.
Yeah. Well, there's a little boarding interference. Armstrong keeps his feet moving.
And the Pens will head to the power play here. The alternate that's a big A on the jersey. For their alternate captain, Kiesewetter, who's going to have a seat. Minute and a half power play here for the Pens. Penguins have had a good power play when they've stayed on the power play.
Yeah.
A couple times they've gotten the power play abbreviated, either having taken the original penalty, then going to 4-on-4. They had another one where they had the power play and took a penalty. But when they've had the man advantage, they have 2 power play goals here as Filiaggi has a backdoor feed from Julius, and it just rolls off of his stick. Dumped in by the Rangers. It'll be Shuby back to get it. Shuby will leave it there for Starr, who finds Filiaggi, and back come the Penguins. He'll set it up in the Ranger zone as he uses the body to protect the puck.
Need some more numbers to help him.
He'll get it back anyway. Here's Starr, tickling that blue line. Over to Julius. Starr using the body now as the Penguins play it up along the line. Centering feed for Shuby was tied up nicely, and it will be icing.
Well, I think it's going to hold up. It's going to hold up. Yeah, he wanted to have the action. Kitchener Ranger junior hockey team, the OHL alumnuses that played in Kitchener. Gabriel Landeskog and Nazem Kadri, both recent Stanley Cup champions.
Names on the cup.
Brian Bellows, if you remember that name. I was a Bellows fan. Brian Trottier, however, not. Robert Bertuzzo, also another name that cracks that list.
That was one of my favorite clips, the Brian Bellows clip.
Yeah, unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable.
I see Shepard chiming in again.
Derek Roy, again, another name for you. Ex-Buffalo Sabre.
Buffalo Sabre legend, Drew Carlson. Heard the name and just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, they're in the house. They play right after this. Yeah. Young Jack Carlson, I think he's probably having a pretty good year. The game's he's a pretty darn good player.
Gem just sees 2-3 steps ahead. But Shepard chiming in, these two teams having played a couple weeks ago, I agree. I think both teams looked improved from that. Penguins getting their legs after, kind of the start, haven't played in 2 weeks. So able to kind of get their legs under them. We've seen good plays, some good puck pressure, and we get a whistle here.
Dylan Hartman draws a penalty, I believe, a little body check, and all that banging and crashing and falling in the goalie is starting to pay off as he's getting under the skin. It took 2.5 periods. Hartman is always around it and always involved and always has a little mud on his nose, kind of, as he's digging around in there. Dirt on his face.
So the Penguins power play, it'll be 2 seconds of 5-on-3, and then they'll have another minute and a half with the man advantage here. 5:09 to play, and I'll be honest, I'd like to see him get one here. It's a 2-goal game. Feels like it should be maybe a 3 or a 4, but it's not. So here's Ofterheide setting things up. 5-on-4 advantage for the Pens.
Oh, Hartman is
drilled in front of the net. He's up and okay, it looks like, as Villella will find Evans.
Always gets up. Oh, what a play.
Backside feed. There's Paris fanning on one in front for Hartman. Sends it across the crease. Evans will get there and calm things down a bit. Attacking, sending a backside feed that's off of a stick. Picked up by Hartman. Centering pass put to the corner. Hartman buried against the wall. Don't do it, Dylan. The Pens are going to have more of a 5-on-3 advantage here.
He's under everyone's skin is Hartman. Literally everyone. He's just in the hard areas. He's 66 and 88 in the penalty box. Butler involved all over as well for Kitchener. Will sit now as they try to make a comeback. A little hard to do, down 2 guys here for almost a full minute.
The 2011s gathered by the glass here to watch the end of the 2010s action. We'll be bringing you that game as well here on Cine TV. Shot from Villella, gloved and held. 45 seconds of 5-on-3 action here. Penguins have Villella and Ofterheide, Filiaggi, Carter, and Reel.
Goal here would really help put this game out of reach for the Penguins.
As Reel tries to find that high short corner, just missing. Villella keeps at the point. He has some time and space as it's a 5-on-3. Ofterheide will twist at the blue line. Back for Ofty. Across to Filiaggi. Back up to Ofteride. Ofteride in attack mode here. He'll find Filiaggi. Crossing along the top, sending one across. It was between Carter and Ofteride. Carter or Ofteride will get to it. Back to Filiaggi. Filiaggi to Ofteride. Filiaggi with a shot down low, kick the side. First penalty expiring here. So Penguins with a 5-on-4 as Ofteride fakes a slapper. Backside for a one-timer by Filiaggi that's kicked out.
Good thinking on the movement there.
Wedging it towards the middle, but it'll be Villela on the half wall. Penguins still with the man advantage. Villela controlling all the way across. There's the stick of a Ranger, and back they come through center. It's Petricka.
And that'll
He's
be
yanked down, and the Rangers are head to the power play now. So a game filled with special teams, power plays, penalty kills, 4-on-4
it's coming
hockey.
down to it here.
And we're going to see more of it as we'll see 10 seconds of 4-on-4, then a minute and 20-second penalty kill. The Penguins are going to have Brady Paris and Carter Schub to start it with Starr and Julius. Schub on the draw, controlled by the Rangers. Lukiza behind. Julius gets control, able to dislodge the puck, but it's controlled by the Rangers. It's Pline at the point. Down low, they play give and go out of the corner. Rangers were unable to keep at the blue line as Petricka comes weaving in. 91, Fedorov-esque.
He's smooth.
Into the zone, leaving it to the point. Pressured by Schub. Reversed back to the point. Here comes Brady Paris over to pressure. That pressure forces the turnover, and Paris will get control. He crams it up the wall for Schub, who gains the red line and dumps it all the way into the Ranger end. Halfway through the penalty here as the Rangers swoop behind their cage. Off the stick of a Ranger, battled for it, the line. Armstrong gets control. It's knocked away at the last second. He was trying to get Evans.
Get it over here.
Julius now. Across for Evans, tapping it up to Armstrong at the blue line. He's tied up, and back come the Rangers. Evans with back pressure. Starr defends as Evans takes it to the wall. He'll get control. A good battle play there by 43. The bodies hit the floor in front of the Penguins bench as the Rangers tap it to the corner. Penalty expiring as it's sent out in front. Julius there to defend. He gets driven to the boards. Armstrong to the puck. He'll get crunched as well. Fed in front, defended well by Julius. Evans to the puck in the corner, and he fires it all the way across the ice to Armstrong. He gets control as a defender, falls down, weaves inside out. Great backside feed to Filiaggi, who plays Dipsy Doodle Dunkaroo, finding the 5-hole and making it 5-2.
Oh, what a play. I believe it was Julius. No, was it Evans?
Evans across to Armstrong.
Picked it up in his skates, and Big Butler kind of caught the blue line there, tripped over it. Armstrong dipsy doodled around him, then beat the triangle on a quick, tight pass. Good job by Filiaggi, who's had another strong game here. He picked up where he left off 2 weeks ago in Detroit, and unbelievable hands there to give a little how-she going, then tuck it back through a stretch-out goaltender's 5-hole. And that, just with just over a minute to go here, Jeremy, may have been the big goal they needed here to ice this game as Kitchener's looking to put on the pressure.
And we see more net front as these teams will come together 2 more times, so message sending in full effect here. It'll be Filiaggi leaning over the dot in the defensive zone. Wins the draw to Merlot, snaps it around to Armstrong. They just hooked up on the most recent Penguins goal. It's taken away from him by Bowman. Penguins will work it all the way up through center off of Hartman. Here comes Armstrong, weaving to the inside, sending a backhander off the pad. A better save. What a move there off the corner. Filiaggi back up through center. He's able to tie up Huck and put it outside of the Penguin line. Armstrong tries to tap it off the wall. Warren will send it all the way in off of Clutter. Merlot rims it around. There's Hartman tapping it to the middle. Filiaggi will get it all the way out the center.
One more shot at Hartman there in front of the bench, and
Merlot gains the Ranger zone. Plays it behind. 6 seconds remaining as we tick away. The Penguins will be 2-0 against the Rangers to start the season with a 5-2 victory.
And looking at this game, a big change from the last time these two teams met, and we hear from Shepard about the improved play by both these teams, and a big separator today, and you look at the scoreboard, is the power play, Jeremy, coming through for this Penguins team here today with a couple good goals and executed plays on the power play. So game 1 of 3 this weekend against Kitchener, and we'll look to see if that power play can rear its head again in the next few games.
And the next game coming up tonight, I have so many games, I'm not 100% sure what time it is.
I will not be at that game. Of
5
course,
o'clock.
I have a Penguins versus Columbus Blue Jackets game. And
No,
the
they're playing Kitchener.
Yes. I'm
Oh,
talking about
the
the
other
NHL.
Oh, the big Penguins.
The Big Pen. So tons of hockey, tons of Penguins hockey today.
So you're headed downtown to the studio
Yep.
to do pre and post game?
Pre and post game on the
No,
radio,
what do you do in
on
between?
TV. I kick my
Watch
feet
the
up,
game,
eat pizza.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
pizza of choice down there? Is it?
Big Jay Caulfield, he likes to order in, and he
Is it
usually gets us a
pepperoni?
sausage.
I'm a big sausage pizza guy
sausage
myself.
pizza guy, and he puts the order in. He likes the green peppers lately. A big green pepper pizza
I'm not a
guy.
big veggie on my pizza guy. But
I am. I love it.
I'll just go straight sausage. Maybe
So-
throw a little bacon in there.
Yeah, I kick my feet up and I chill and I just dissect the game and take notes and then get it down to a guy that actually builds all these awesome little videos for me, and that's it.
And so I'm sure
Of
we'll
course,
tune
I'll
in
be
and see
watching
you.
City Swirl.
We'll be watching some Cine TV while you're down there. Thanks everybody for joining us, and stay tuned. We'll be right back here real quick.